This is the Behind the Line podcast, and this is Pacific Northwest Headline News in 3 minutes for March 1st, 2022. Washington, Oregon, and California have jointly announced that they will end the indoor mask mandate on March 12th, 2022. This means you will no longer be required to wear a face mask at indoor places such as bars, restaurants, and gyms. However, public transportation and public health settings will still require a face mask, and businesses can still choose to have you wear face masks if they so deem. Washington Governor Inslee was asked yesterday during a press conference if he would drop the emergency powers that he gave himself after the pandemic started, and he said no, that the emergency orders would need to remain in effect so that he could ensure healthcare facilities would still wear masks, and that if you personally choose to still wear a mask at work, you can do that. And apparently, only if he is still the king is that able to happen. Washington is also trying to pass House Bill 1901, which criminalizes a parent's right to influence or express one's Christian beliefs to one's spouse and children on gender identity, sexual activity, abortion, and gender transition treatments. You will now be considered a domestic violence abuser, thus subject to a court civil protection order. The bill now considers words of disagreement, immoral, and objection to a deadly gender transition treatment violence. A parent can also be guilty of domestic abuse and separated from their child if they repeatedly deny their child permission to participate in school extracurricular activities that the parents deem inappropriate for their children. The bill passed the Senate Committee on Law and Justice and was heard in the Senate Ways and Means Committee on Saturday, February 26th. Oregon Governor Kate Brown said she will rescind her statewide COVID-19 emergency declaration on April 1st. The emergency declaration, which was first announced in March 2020, has been the legal underpinning for the executive orders the governor has issued throughout the pandemic, including orders surrounding reopening the state, vaccine mandates, child care, liability protections for schools, and higher education operations. Light at the end of the tunnel for Oregon. California's state of emergency, like Washington, will continue for now with no end in sight. Many politicians in California are jumping ship because of this. In all, 21 Democrats, 7 Republicans, and 1 independent are leaving for various reasons, term limits, or they're just tired of the way things are being ran. California has been under a state of emergency since March 4th, 2020. Since then, Newsom has authorized billions of dollars in emergency spending and issued at least 47 executive orders to alter or suspend 200 state laws and regulations under the guise of necessity because of the pandemic. Little dictators run the West Coast. This has been Pacific Northwest Headline News in 3 minutes. For more, visit BehindTheLinePodcast.com. Thanks for listening.